Welcome back to video number 3. You guys know that I like to cover everything that the real working royals are doing, and we have a lot. They've been very busy, so here we go. We're going to start off with Prince William, who was seen smiling because he was able to avoid Prince Harry when Harry returned to the UK. And the reason was because he traveled to Cornwall, for the Duchy of Cornwall's first housing project that's going to be built. Now, while all of this other stuff was going on, Prince William went to the Isle of Scilly, I believe is how you pronounce it. And of course, they have very famous savory treats. So of course, he went right into the bakery and started buying and picking up some of this stuff to take home for the family. William was at St. Mary's Harbor, and while he was there, he was able to talk to local business people and, really get to know everybody there. There were lots of crowds, lots of people, and he even got to, at one point, bend down and talk to some local primary school children who were lining up in queue, waiting for William to arrive. They were just so excited. Everybody was so excited to see him. Now, it's really funny because one of the kids said, "Where's Prince William?" William goes, "Oh, I think he's over there." It's hilarious. Now, he had several stops. I'm probably not going to put these in the correct order. Prince William went to break ground for a new facility that's being built for St. Mary's Community Hospital. While he was there, he met staff. He heard about their new integrated health and social care facility, which is set to be built on adjacent land owned by the Duchy of Cornwall. This is a really small hospital, but it gives inpatient and outpatient clinics that serve, the island there. They also work very closely with the NHS paramedic service on the island to give wraparound care to island residents and visitors. Now, the facility that's being proposed is going to add 12 residential care home beds, a modern maternity suite to help better serve the island communities that rely on that hospital for their care. He met also with representatives from the local council who are helping to make the expansion a reality. And of course, as is typical of him, he had time to talk with the local staff and also a couple of the patients. Typical William. People just love this man, and why the heck not? What's not to love? When he was done there, or it might be that because he was in the harbor, it might be that he did this first. He actually met members of St. Mary's Gig Club. Something called a gig. Now, I'm not going to pretend to know what this whole thing is, but I believe it has to do with racing. That's just my understanding. Anyway, William went down, he met everybody, and they actually at one point took him onto one of these boats. They're very thin, very slim, very small. I don't think that I would have gotten on one, but okay, if that's what he wants to do. But I believe this is a rowing club. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it is. And when he came down, there were more people waiting to meet him because he's so freaking popular. I'm glad he was able to see, before all of this, the housing, the land of where the housing was going to be built and all of that stuff. That was also taking place. Now, he also visited a primary school. I snapped these pictures. The kids were singing. It was so sweet. They were singing, and William walked in and stood there for a minute listening to them and then, kept walking on. All right. Looks like he had a good trip. Let's move on now to Prince Edward. 4 days ago, Prince Edward had a ceremony at Buckingham Palace. It's actually the first of 4 events for Gold Award winners and their guests for the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Edward gave a speech where he said, and I'm quoting, "I hope you'll continue to make a difference to others in the future." Now, the 4 events together, they'll see more than 8,000 people celebrated in the palace gardens over the course of 2 days. In order to achieve this award, participants have to complete 12 months of volunteering, a 4-day expedition, and various physical, skill-based, and residential challenges. Now, just so you know, Edward got his gold award from his father in 1986 at St. James Palace. And the young lady in the beautiful dress that you just saw is television and Radio 1 presenter Vic Hope, who is a silver Duke of Edinburgh award holder. And she also addressed the audience and reflected on her experience and how it's helped her life and her career. So after the speeches, Edward went out into the crowd to meet some of the award winners, their family members, some Duke of Edinburgh volunteers, some staff, and some celebrity guests, including Billy Monger, I think is how you say it. He's a race car driver, and he was there also to give a speech to the young people. He was a bronze award winner. Let's move on to Sophie. I put some of these pictures up before, but some more came out. On May 9th, she attended the Farmers Club Pinnacle Awards in London. She looks absolutely lovely in her blue dress. Like I said, I showed pictures from this before, but you know how I am. Whenever new pictures come out, I feel like I need to, show them just to show how great she's doing. And you guys know already, I've been calling her secret weapon Sophie for a long, long time. All right, let's move on. Next up, we have Princess Anne, who went to visit Catch 22 Manchester. Now, this is an organization that works in partnership with the police to help victims and witnesses in Greater Manchester cope and recover from the impact of crime. All right, you guys, you know what I want. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, put those comments down. Don't forget that in the description box, you'll find links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, a link to Finn's channel. If you've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.